It's official. Renters' Rights Day will be the same day as International Workers' Day on 1st of May 2026. And that's when the new tenancy system in this Renters' Rights Act is going to come into force, along with the new penalties that local councils can give landlords and letting agents if they break large swathes of the Renters' Rights Act. Other reforms will come in later. In this video, I will briefly take you through what it means and what comes into effect in under 6 months' time, and what comes in later, what the sanctions are, and importantly, where you can ask questions. And who am I? I'm Suzanne Smith. I worked as a solicitor in business for 25 years before becoming a landlord. I run the Independent Landlord website and this YouTube channel to bring free, reliable information to everyone in the private rented sector in England. You can sign up for my free weekly newsletter at theindependentlandlord.com/subscribe. Right. What comes into effect on the 1st of May 2026? Well, this is the day when the new assured periodic tenancy system will come into effect. And so assured short hold tenancies, which is what we've got at the moment, will become periodic and ongoing rolling contracts overnight. Fixed term tenancies will become periodic rolling tenancies. Tenants will have the right to terminate with 2 months' notice. Rental bidding will be banned. Landlords won't be able to have a blanket no kids and no benefits policy. Landlords will have to use the Section 13 process to increase rents, and tenants will have the right to challenge all rent increases, and they'll also have the right to challenge the starting rent within the first 6 months of a tenancy. Landlords won't be able to serve new Section 21 no fault eviction notices, and landlords won't be able to terminate a tenancy unless they have a valid ground. And landlords won't be able to require that tenants pay rent up front, and tenants will have the right to have a pet unless the landlord has a good reason to say no, and a lot more. So, what are the big sanctions? Well, the Renters' Rights Act has big teeth, and local authorities will have the right to impose civil penalties of up to £7,000 for breaches of most of the new landlord obligations, and for repeated breaches and for the offences, it goes up to £40,000. For instance, if a landlord uses an old AST after the 1st of May next year with a fixed term, then that will breach the duty for landlords not to purport to let for a fixed term. And the local authority will be able to impose a civil penalty of up to £7,000 just for that single breach. Tenants will have the right to apply for a rent repayment order of up to 2 years' rent if a landlord commits one of 13 offences, 6 of which are new in the Renters' Rights Act. One of them is providing false or misleading information to the PRS database when it's launched. And, okay, what's left to come after the 1st of May? Well, speaking of the PRS database, that's likely to be launched from the end of 2026, as well as the new redress scheme, which is called the PRS Landlord Ombudsman, where tenants will be able to make complaints about landlords. And that is likely to be from the end of 2026 as well. So, do you have any questions? Well, Matthew Pennycook says it's simpler regulation, but let me assure you, it's not. And I know that landlords and letting agents have a lot of questions. And if you'd like to ask me questions, you can join my membership at theindependentlandlord.com/hub, because I hold twice monthly webinars to answer questions from members, and I also answer questions in the forum. And there's a lot of training courses, templates, checklists, everything else like that as well. See you soon, and hopefully in the hub.